In our daily life, we come across various situations which can have either or results. Okay? So let us say, for example, there's a match going on between India and Australia. Okay? So we can say that probably India will win today. Probably India will win. Okay? Or take another example where we say the schools will increase the tuition fees. Again, there's an element of doubt there. The school may or may not increase the fee. Similarly, in this case also, India may win or may lose the match. Right? Now, all these situations which can have certain results, okay, which show any kind of a chance or a doubt, are basically nothing, but they show the probability, the chances of the occurrence of an event. So probability is basically the expectation that a particular thing may or may not happen. Each of these operations which can produce certain results are known as experiments. Okay, so in this case the experiment is whether or not India will win. Right? But the possible outcomes, that is in this case whether it will win or lose, is known as an outcome of an event. Okay? Some of the other examples to explain this concept I will take is, the most common example is tossing a coin. Now when you toss a coin, assuming it lands and falls flat, there can be two outcomes which are there. They could be either a head or a tail. Right? So in this case, the experiment is what? The experiment is tossing a coin. And the outcome is what? Either a head or a tail. Both of them are outcome. But even though you might kind of do this 100 times or 1000 times, every time there is an uncertainty attached to whether it will be a head or a tail. Right? Similarly, throwing a die. A die is basically a cube, okay, which has 6 numbers attached to it. So when you throw a die, either of these numbers can come up. So throwing a die is an experiment, and whether 1, 2, 3 come up or anything is an outcome. Right? Related to this is the concept of event. Okay? So let's say you toss a coin and head comes up. So coming of head is an event. Right? Outcome is basically all possible options. Whereas occurring of one of these options is known as an event. Okay? And probability of occurrence of an event, E, is always given as number of favorable events divided by total outcomes. So let's say you tossed a coin 3 times and you got 2 heads. In that case, if someone were to ask you what is the probability of getting a head, you will say How many number of times did the favorable event happen? How many times did you get heads? 2. And what were the total number of outcomes? The total outcomes were 3. Because you tossed the coin 3 times. Right? So this is what probability is all about. And we will see more of this in the subsequent videos.